I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, well, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in Idaho, in almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Be proud of your children.
But stop being so ridiculous.
And don't make us run another commercial.
Because we will.
This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association, reminding you to always practice good sportsmanship.
For health insurance. Your Health Idaho's got you covered with all you need to know. Open enrollment is the time of year where you can enroll in or change your health insurance coverage. And Your Health Idaho is the place to go for quality coverage at a lower cost. 25% of enrollees pay $25 or less. Make sure to enroll by December 16th to get covered and save money.
It doesn't matter how. It's about whatever makes you say to yourself, I am great.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
Welcome into this IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of the Idaho High School Football Playoffs. State coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, Your Health Idaho, Ideal, Idaho's College Savings Program, Valleywide Cooperative, your local Toyota dealers, Dip Fusion Helmet Reconditioning, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. Tonight we come to you live from Homedale High School, where the Buhl Indians will take on the Homedale Trojans in the quarterfinals of the 4A Classification State Football Championships. Hi, everyone, and welcome in. My name's Clay Hatfield. I'm alongside Ryan Luke tonight for what should be a great game between the number 2 seed, the Homedale Trojans, and the number 7 seed, the Buhl Indians. So Homedale had a bye last week. Buhl had to go on the road and beat Marsh Valley, which they did 38-15 to get here. So two teams, one coming off a break, one coming off a really good victory on the road, setting up this matchup, which should be great.
Yeah, great matchup, and kind of a tale of two similar teams from different parts of the state. And Homedale, you know, one of those teams that we've talked about all year. They were undefeated, ultimately ended up losing to Weiser, who ended up taking the championship for their conference. But it was a three-headed horse here in the Snake River Conference on the west side of the state. Now, if you talk about the center part of the state, and that's where we're going to go with Buhl, they kind of led the pack, and they did a lot of really good things out of there. They actually beat Weiser, who eventually ended up being a one-loss team and took the number 3 seed in this tournament. So you have two really good football teams that are facing off tonight. And, you know, it's the tail of the tape. We're looking at both of them. Both Clay and I looked at how many guys they travel, and, of course, Homedale being the home team, and they have a bunch of kids on the sideline. And Buhl says, you know what, we're just going to travel the guys that play. And they have 32 kids on the roster tonight.
Yeah, they're traveling light here. Homedale, on the other hand, has about 60 kids. I think that's about half the high school they have that come out to play football.
Yeah.
So,
and they
go ahead.
No, and they do a really good job of recruiting. And, of course, the facilities here, if you've not been to Homedale and you haven't partaken of this environment, it's fantastic. We have fireworks. We have bonfires up on the hill. And, a cannon that goes off. You just advised me, and then lo and behold, they shut that thing off. Nice locker room. So phenomenal facilities here in Homedale, both baseball as well. And it's a great Friday Night Lights, we'll call it, environment. They just launched the drone in the back of the end zone. They're going to get some good footage here.
Yeah, and like you said, they do a good job of starting this program early. These kids get into it in flag football and stay with the program all the way through high school. So by the time they do get to high school, they've been playing in this system for, 7-8 years?
Yeah. And they know the system because they run the same thing every year. Once you get into junior high, they do the same thing. And you know what? Most small towns are like that, with the exception of schools that maybe Buhl have 2 junior highs that come in, and then possibly they run different. So they just declined.
Yeah, Buhl declined the kickoff. Or Buhl declined the coin toss. And so they will kick off. Homedale will receive to start this ball game.
Yeah, advantageous for Buhl and a little bit of jockeying for position. We talked about it before they waited. You have to march. The visiting team has to go all the way to the high school, which I believe is south of us, and from the field. And they waited a little bit after the national anthem. A little bit of a flex, a little mind game, if you will.
Coming out to field late, making the Homedale Trojans wait for their introductions before they could take care of those. Well, both teams coming in playing well. 8-1 Homedale, 4-1. They play second in the Snake River Valley Conference. Buhl Indians 7-2, 3-1. Placed second in the Sawtooth Central Idaho Conference. Head coach Josh Creasy for Buhl and head coach Matt Holtry for Homedale.
Yeah, and let's give a quick shout out to the referee crew here. They stopped me on the sidelines and said, hey, make sure you read our names all right. So here we go. So we have Jim Wolf as a referee, and his crew is John Cannon, Mike Schumacher, David Shores, Josh Romine, Tyler Ford, and Quentin Mitchell. That's spelled like Michelle. He says he's not French. It is Mitchell. So let's go.
All right, Buhl set to kick off, and we are going to be underway here on IdahoSports.com from Homedale High School. There's the foot to the ball, and it's going to go out of bounds on the far side of the field. That'll give Homedale good cover or good field position to start this game.
Yeah, they'll get the illegal procedure call, and absolutely you accept it. I've seen a few teams that love their kickoff return team, and they will decline the penalty and force them to re-kick it, but Homedale making the right call. Now, this was kind of a catch-22 on the kickoff. Homedale, high-powered offense, really, really run it well. The loss to Weiser was because Weiser just killed the clock, and that's what they do.
And 6 turnovers didn't help Homedale.
Absolutely. And so if you kill the clock and you have 6 turnovers, they had the possession basically the whole game. Outside of that, pretty flawless for the rest of the season.
So Homedale dressed in their home reds, white piping, white numbers. Buhl in their road whites with orange and black down the side. Here's the first down handoff. That's to number 32.
It was Javid Blewett. Yeah.
I don't think that's Javid Blewett. I think that's Henry. We'll listen to the PA guy.
Thanks a lot.
I don't remember saying Blewett when I did the Homedale game at Weiser.
Well, thanks a lot, Homedale, for giving us the wrong. Hey, we're only as good as the information they give us.
Yes, exactly. And I got mine from the AD, so I'll have to have a chat with him. There's a pass out in the flat, near side flat to Luke Henry. Henry breaks through 2 tackles, up the sideline, across the 50, down to the 40-yard line. They're going to mark him out at the 43.
Henry, elusive. You even said it before tonight, before the game started. We'd be calling his name quite a bit. He's a good-looking athlete, though, and he gets in space, and he starts and stops, accelerates. And what you didn't see is he threw a nasty stiff arm, threw a guy to the ground. He was fired up.
So Homedale moving left to right in your mind's eye. Ball now on the Buhl 43. Homedale looking to the sideline to get the play call.
Yeah, and they'll flip-flop their offensive linemen depending on what the play call is, if it's a strong right, strong left, or power.
They switch the tight end and receiver up to the top of the screen, hand the ball off to number 21, Chance Martell. Martell picks up a good block downfield. He's still on his feet, still chugging along, and finally out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
That's good enough for another Trojan.
That's a big pickup and a Trojan first down.
Martell had a convoy going out there leading the way, and he put his hand in the bottom of the back of his offensive lineman. And one thing you'll find at this level, a little bit of the smaller towns, is that your offensive linemen tend to be pretty good athletes.
Yeah.
They're just the bigger kids.
So here's 1st and 10 from the 25 of Buhl. Uranga hands the ball off and just right up the gut for about a 5-yard gain.
That's Blewett.
That is Blewett.
Yeah, it is Blewett.
All right, Javid Blewett.
So we're going to see a lot of that tonight. And what they're going to do is they're going to force Buhl to really stack that line of scrimmage. And right now you see hands on hips and trying to find an answer, and they're just blowing them off the ball. But they'll literally – Homedale is lining up all 11 men within the box, essentially. Nothing too far wide. Now, finally, they send a couple wide receivers, shotgun formation.
So a receiver high, a receiver low, one man in the backfield. That's who's going to get the ball is Blewett. Blewett lowers his shoulder and powers ahead for 2 yards.
With another run up the middle.
That's going to be 3rd and 2 now for the Trojans.
Brought down by number 10.
Except is there a flag?
Yeah, Luke Henry's going to get an unsportsmanlike, I believe, as he was trying to block the defensive back. Yes, it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct. And he did the play before, and I think that it kind of caught up with him. Threw a man to the ground.
So we'll see if it's dead ball or not, because that'll make a huge difference.
It is.
Yep, dead ball.
Personal foul. Yeah. I guess unsportsman's like the old school
yeah.
call, but it is just a personal foul at this point.
So it takes what would have been a 3rd and 2 and makes it a 3rd and about 17.
And
since
Buhl,
it was dead ball, it counted.
Yeah, and Buhl, got to love that. They're getting blown off the ball. Every carry, everything was a good 5 to 10 yards. So at this point, you're backing them up. And this is where if you don't have a downfield game, and you don't have a game that can produce big yards, you hate to be this far behind the stick, but they proved, Homedale can pick up some chunks.
Yeah, Uranga, the quarterback. And Homedale's going to have to call a timeout here. They didn't like what they saw on offense, so they're going to spin their first timeout. Comes with 9:27 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, when Farm Bureau Insurance says it covers Idaho, it really means it covers Idaho. Farm Bureau Insurance has 48 offices throughout Idaho, including your local branch in Homedale, to take care of farm and ranch customers statewide. Farm Bureau handles auto, RV, home, ranch, life, and even business insurance. Stop at 425 West Main Street in Marsing, or maybe that's Homedale. Maybe they got it wrong, but whatever. In Marsing.
No, it'd be Marsing.
It is Marsing. Yep. Okay, or call 208-337-4041 for a free insurance quote today. Wayne and Chad Hungate and Dave Sarangi at the Homedale Farm Bureau Insurance Branch are proud to support Homedale Athletics. Good luck, Trojans. And RST Incorporated has been providing superior. You know what? We're going to jump back to those guys because the timeout is over.
Timeout is over. So 3rd and long here. 2 receivers set high, 2 receivers set low. Uranga drops back in the pocket, unloads down the middle, has a man open, and just leads him too far, incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down.
And they're in a unique position because this is almost a go for it.
Yeah.
You punt the ball and you maybe net it. Do you stop it? Do you get it? Do you kill the ball before you get it? And to me, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you should have run it out. Pick up some small set of yardage, but instead they went for the shot. He went for his first read. Did have a man, just not able to make the throw.
So it does look like they're going to go for it on 4th down as the offense stays on the field. Getting the call from the sideline. 2 receivers set high and low. 1 man in the backfield. Uranga in shotgun, drops back. Looks out in the flat, finds his receiver. That's number 25, Sabalo, Alex Sabalo. Or Sotelo, excuse me.
That'll be a turnover on downs.
Picked up about 10 yards, but that is going to be a turnover on downs, 1st and 10 to the Indians.
So essentially what they said there, and I literally have never seen that, and I've seen too many football games. My wife will attest to that. But that was their punt. That was a design punt. Yeah. Instead of kicking it in the end zone, they netted it, and they have to start the drive right about the 21-yard line. And they were okay with it. Now, they've netted it, whatever, or possibility of breaking something, but that was essentially a punt.
So 1st and 10 for Buhl. Going right to left. Man in motion to the top of the screen. That's who's going to get the handoff. It's to number 24, Porter Higley. Higley gets the edge and is picked up about 7 yards, but a flag comes flying in from about 30 yards away.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be either an illegal block. I think he went low. He had a lead blocker out there, and I think it's going to go against him. So it was an illegal block.
See if you're earning your paycheck tonight.
I'm telling you, too many football games. Well, and plus you got to judge, if you're a broadcaster, what you do is you look and see where the flag came from and who had the angle, and it was that field judge on the deep side.
Illegal block in the back will cost Buhl 5 yards, make it 1st and 15.
Am I Tony Romo yet? Am I predicting? Let's go. I haven't seen enough of the Buhl offense to make those calls just yet. By the end of the night, I'll try to be.
You'll have it.
Yeah, I'll have this down.
9:07 left to go here in the first quarter of play, 0-0. State quarterfinal matchup, the Buhl Indians against the Homedale Trojans. Here's the inside handoff, and that goes absolutely nowhere. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. That was number 10, Gabe Finley. Walker on the tackle.
Gabe Finley, the workhorse, and you're going to see that name called a lot. And both of both teams, when I said it's a tale to the similar schools, running similar offenses. They run the staggered eye here at Buhl, so you have one deep back and you have a back set to the other side. But they have a banger and a bruiser of a back in Finley, 6'1", 225, the senior. And he is all about giving punishment as much as he is taking it.
3 receivers set high, 1 man in the backfield. And we have whistles. And that's going to be a false start against the Indians. So the 5 they picked up on that run, they just gave back. It's going to be 2nd and 15.
A little sloppy so far.
Yeah,
a little
not
sloppy.
Starting off smooth.
And they can't, typically the team that comes in, so you look at it 2 ways. The team that has the bye comes in and they should be fresh, right? Fresh legs. They haven't played. They practiced, and usually when you're playing in the state playoffs, most coaches, not all coaches, most coaches won't go full contact. Now, it's usually the other team that's a little crisper in the beginning, the team that has played.
So shotgun formation, Zach Azevedo in the shotgun, 2 receivers high, 1 low. Azevedo drops back, looks to the top of the screen, and throws an interception. That's picked off by number 3, Angel Nolasco. And Nolasco is going to go all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Homedale.
Azevedo trying to throw the slant on that, and he just overthrew the receiver, and Nolasco had great positioning. Actually just knocked it back into his own hands. It was kind of put it on a rope, but he just overthrew his receiver. Good coverage, great play on defense.
So Homedale on their second possession is set up perfectly at the Buhl 5-yard line. I expect we might see a 1st down run here.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're going to load the box. We'll see what side they go to. But, not a lot of shifting here. Not a lot of kids went out from offense to defense.
Homedale has the numbers. They just play about 9 guys, same 9 guys on defense as on offense. There's the handoff.
And they're going to mark him short.
That's to Blewett, and he's going to be about the 1-yard line.
Appears to be about a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, Blewett got a little high on that when they were able to take his legs and knock him down, stop his momentum a little early. I thought it looked like he was going to explode through the hole a little bit more, but I don't think that there's any question what this play is going to be.
Uranga comes out. He's replaced by Larsley under center. He's going to call his own number. And he is not going to get there. Luke Henry, excuse me.
He took a shot.
He took a direct snap.
Yeah, Henry took a great shot, and that was Gabe Finley, the middle linebacker, also the running back. He came in and delivered a blow, and that's the difference of a kid that weighs about 165 pounds and a 225 pound.
Yeah.
He redirected him. I mean, full on, sent him the opposite direction. Now, if you want to talk about math, it was a tangent. Henry
Ooh,
went on a
nice
tangent.
job.
You see what I did
Well
there?
done there.
Yeah.
A little education, cross-curricular activities. So 3rd and goal now. Henry with the handoff to Blewett. Blewett gets to the 1, and he's going to be stacked up. He's still trying to get in, and he is not going to get there.
Boy, I'm shocked. We'll talk about a stone wall. This Buhl defense is loading the box, and they're daring each other, staring each other down. We were watching the field goal team before the game, and this is the right call to go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Going for it here with 6 minutes left to go in the opening quarter of play.
Looks like he lost a yard.
Bunch formation in the back. Henry looking to the sideline to get the call. He's got 3 men in the backfield with him. Power set. Henry's going to call his own number. This time he's going to make it in. Touchdown, Homedale.
Yeah, had an escort that time. He ran right behind Blewett, and Blewett blew a man off the ball, had a guard that came across, and that was all she wrote. So Trojans with a touchdown with 5:38 left here in the first quarter.
So they take advantage of the turnover there. PAT team is on. There's the snap. The kick is up. The kick is good.
Very good.
Lucas Hall. So with 5:38 left to go in the opening quarter of play, Homedale 7, Buhl 0 on IdahoSports.com.
Yeah, Snake River RV Resort is a top-of-the-line RV park and campground located on the beautiful Snake River in Homedale, Idaho. We want to wish the Homedale Trojans the best of luck in the playoffs. Go get them, boys. Madison's Napa Auto Parts in Homedale has been locally owned and operated since 1977. They have everything you need in stock, including auto parts, tools, and equipment, along with many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farming equipment. Madison's Napa Auto Parts in Homedale is a proud supporter of the Trojans athletics. Good luck, boys. And we'll go one more. RST Incorporated has been providing superior transportation services in Idaho's food and processing, agriculture, and construction industries since 1974. Our fleet of 36 late model fuel-efficient trucks and refrigerated trailers is currently serving the West, Midwest, and Southeast with timely, cost-effective transportations. Our specialized fleet of heavy-duty trucks, trailers, experienced deliverers capable of moving structures and equipment of about any size and weight. Owned and operated of 3-generation Homedale graduates, RST, proudly supports Homedale athletics. Go Trojans!
There you go. Nice job. The kick by Hall goes into the end zone. It was muffed a little bit by the return team, but found the end zone there. So no harm, no foul. It'll be 1st and 10 for Buhl at their own 20-yard line.
And not as much of a you need to prove something this drive, but more of a just establish yourself on offense. You went 5 yards forward, you went 10 yards back. You know, you took 1 step forward and you took 3 steps back. And ultimately through the interception there, Acevedo did. So what you're looking for is some consistency. Hey, 1 score, not a big deal. You can get back into this, but Buhl really needs to establish themselves that they can compete right now. Otherwise, Homedale is just going to smell blood in the water.
So Acevedo under center, and he is going to draw the Trojans off, I believe. Yep, it's going to be defensive jumping there. So 5-yard penalty. So a step ahead for Buhl.
Let's go.
1st and 5.
You know, and shockingly, Homedale literally does the exact same thing.
Yeah.
They shift 2 men. And that defense has seen that day in and day out when they play against the offense. They're running their offense. Surprisingly, did jump.
So 1st and 5 now. Azevedo back under center. 2 men in the backfield with him. 2 receivers set high. Men in motion go from right to left. There's the handoff there up the gut by number 10. That's Gabe Finley. Finley's going to pick up about 3 yards, make it 2nd and 2.
Yeah, Gabe Finley, like we said, kind of a workhorse for this Buhl team, and he's going to get the ball a lot. Sniffing at a 1st down now, 2nd and 1.
So helped out by that 1st down penalty. See if they can convert it here for their first down.
Wow, they are. There is no urgency in, in either of these offenses.
Both take that play clock all the way down. Azevedo under center. 2 men in the backfield. fakes the handoff, rolls to the top of the screen, has a man open. Nice diving catch. See what they call here.
Pass is complete.
That's going to be complete to number 33, Dylan Wynn. That'll be about a 7-yard pickup and a first down for Indians.
That was a battle. It almost looked like it was picked off. I know they were fighting to the ground, and tie goes to the offensive player, and so they ended up calling it. But one thing I noticed is when these turf fields, and by the way, again, beautiful field here in Homedale, when it gets cold and that water kind of condenses, kids are going to be sliding here. Got to watch your footing.
Going to turn into an ice rink. Azevedo under center, pitches the ball back to Finley. Finley looking for room to run, finds the edge, drops the shoulder, hits off 2 guys, picks up 8 yards on the play. That's going to be 2nd and 2.
I thought Finley had a lane a little earlier, and he did a good job of directing traffic, but if he would put his foot in the ground and maybe cut it upfield, instead he was testing the edges, but who am I? Ended up picking up 8 yards.
Yeah. Not a bad pickup on first down. Brings up 2nd and short. You can open up the playbook a little bit here. 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter of play.
Yeah, Azevedo showing that he does know how to throw the ball. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't take it. I wouldn't be surprised if they took a shot here of sorts. Maybe some intermediate game, something intermediate routes here, trying to maybe catch Homedale sniffing the line of scrimmage.
So 2 set high, 1 low. Lone man in the backfield. Azevedo's right. And there is a penalty flag on the play.
It's going to be a delay of game. Yeah.
So 5 yards back will bring up 2nd and 7.
See, and that's not on Acevedo. That's on the coaching staff, and you got to get that play in. I mean, we talked about it, zero urgency. You know, look, he's running over to the sideline every single play. He gets it into him. When I played, I sound like that guy right now, I know. The receivers would alternate. We had 2 receivers that would alternate, and they would run the plays in, so they came automatically and quickly. Yeah. And, you know, maybe they don't have a receiver they want to put in. I don't know. But Azevedo has to run to the sideline, get the play, and come back.
And Homedale just has an intricate sideline system where they get to play from the sideline. Mm-hmm. Nobody has to go off the field.
They hold up posters.
Yeah. You see it college games. So Azevedo under center. Hands off to the up man. That's number 8, Fabi Pierce, and he picks up maybe a yard.
That was a quick hitter. I didn't even think he got the ball handed off. Got to be careful with those and bobbling the ball if it's too quick. Obviously, they practiced that play, trying to catch Homedale sleeping, thinking maybe they're going to go to the edges on that one, and just a quick hitter up the gut. In football, that'd be the 1 hole. He went off the center's left hip.
For those of you learning the game at home.
That's right.
So 3rd and 5 now. 2 receivers to the top. Acevedo in shotgun, 2 men in the backfield. High snap, but he comes down with it under pressure, rolling to the top of the screen. Still under pressure, and he's going to go down in the backfield.
Looks like McCoy Swallow with the sack.
Yeah,
sacked by Swallow.
Got dropped, and he had a man. It would have been a tough throw as he's rolling to the right, and he didn't have his momentum moving forward. But it was a deep route. I'm trying to look and see the receiver's number, but it was a drag route running with him, and he would have had to lead him a little bit. But I'll tell you, play of the night, Gabe Finley picked up a blitz on that one, absolutely obliterated the poor blitzing smaller linebacker.
Zan Parker on for the punt. There's a snap. It's good. Kick low, little wobbler. Fielded at the 32-yard line. And still running, cut down, just shy of midfield is Luke Henry.
Brings it out to about midfield.
So about an 18-yard pickup on that, first down Homedale.
Yeah, short punt. And he was able to catch it on the line drive, and that's a punt returner's dream. That means the punt team can't get down there in time, especially if it's a low line drive that's a long kick. You know you have a chance to return it. I don't even think he moved his feet. It literally went right to him.
Yeah, it was right to him on a line. He fielded that like a baseball center fielder.
He did.
So 1st and 10 Homedale right at midfield. Uranga in shotgun. Shift to the top of the screen. 1 receiver low, 2 high. Uranga on the jet sweep to number 21, Chance Martell. Martell's going to pick up,
Martell with the run.
looks like about 10 yards. That's going to be a first down for the Trojans.
Martell quick, very quick, and you saw that. He got to the edge in a hurry, and the defense was trailing him and trying to play that. And when you lose your angle to the corner, you have to reset the angle and try and push him out of bounds. It was 10 yards down the field.
So an official timeout on the field.
New ball. They're swapping the ball out.
So I wonder if they're playing with Buhl's ball.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
I don't know how much of a difference it makes, but apparently it makes a difference.
Well, if you're the Patriots,
yeah,
there's some PSI in there that makes the difference. Now, tonight, a little cooler night, I think both balls will probably be a little deflated. By the way, I'm a Patriots fan, so I can say that.
Gross. Dolphins fan.
Even grosser.
Luke Henry in shotgun. Excuse me, Uranga in shotgun. Quick hit on the near side flat. That's to Henry. Henry's going to be chased out of bounds at about the 36-yard line, so pick up a 4 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, they're going to want to come back to that one. They had set that one up really well. Unfortunately, Henry outran his blocking scheme, and if they would have delayed, it looks like the timing was slightly off on that, but on the edge, because there was a misdirection, they allowed a couple men through. It sets up kind of like a tunnel screen, but with the motion man coming across. Watch for that play later on. I think the defense doesn't know how to defend it.
Uranga in shotgun, hands the ball off to Blewett. Blewett has room up the left side, exploits the hole, picks up 7 yards. That's going to be a Homedale first down.
I think that was Sotelo.
Was it Sotelo? Yeah, Sotelo, sorry.
Yeah.
It was Sotelo.
They keep switching it on us, who they're handing the ball to. Come on, guys.
Pick somebody.
That's right.
So it's still Sotelo in the backfield. Uranga in shotgun. Handoff back to Sotelo. Sotelo left side again. Same play. This time he's going to pick up about 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Boy, big hole right in the, again, we're going to call it the one hole, is they did a down block, which means the guard came down and blocked the man that was shadowing over the center, and then he wrapped around. It was a huge hole.
So 2nd and short from the 21. Sotelo again, this time opposite hole. And he's going to pick up 7 yards. That'll be enough for a first down for the Trojans inside the 15-yard line at the 13.
Zone blocking scheme on that one. There was nothing tricky about it. They lined it up and blocked the man in front of you. Yeah, good timeout here by Buhl. Good timeout. Got to stop the bleeding. Les Schwab in Homedale. Manager Rhett and his crew are committed to getting you back on the road safely. Les Schwab doing the right thing since 1952, and with America's best tire warranty, Les Schwab offers better coverage than anyone else with no extra fees for your warranty. At more than 550 Les Schwab tire locations, give them a call today at 208-337-3474 or stop by at 330 Highway 95. Les Schwab in Homedale is a proud supporter of Homedale Athletics and wants to wish the boys good luck in the state playoffs. There is no, let's do it. There is no replacement for quality and experience, and that's what Vance Dairy Construction brings to every project it sets out on. Just like the Homedale Trojans, Vance Dairy Construction works hard to get it right the first time, and that's why they have the reputation that makes them the first call for dairy industry looking to build.
Handoff coming near side, stretching into the end zone. Martell is going to be stopped inside the 2. It looks like about 1 yard line, 1st and goal.
Yeah, just short. He got knocked out, and he was heading the right direction. But, again, they've tested the edges multiple times now against Buhl, and Buhl hasn't shifted. If you watch how they're lining up, they're putting 8 men right there in the box, 4 linebackers. And you have to do that, too, if it versus a running team. But they feel that they can get to the edge. They have a couple guys that are very fast. What are they calling here? Penalty? Looked like there was a holding call.
There?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see the flag.
I did not either.
So it's going to back them up 5 yards from the original line of scrimmage, make it 1st and 15. So here's the handoff to Sotelo to the 15. So almost to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd and 12.
Yeah, they're absolutely content just handing the ball off right now, and however they do it, it's bang, bang up the middle, and it looks like we're going to bring us to the end.
Yeah, that'll be the end of the first quarter. Your score, the Homedale Trojans 7, the Buhl Indians 0 here on IdahoSports.com.
Indians 0.
Do you know what most Idaho students don't? Did you know that most Idaho students don't drink alcohol or use drugs? That means approximately 9 out of 10 students and their friends choose to stay substance-free. It's the healthiest and most popular choice. Parents, check out betheparents.org for pro tips on how you can have powerful conversations with your kids and teens about the importance of not drinking or using drugs. Talking to your child about your expectations when it comes to alcohol and drugs. Drug use is one of the things most associated with your student making healthy life choices. This message is brought to you by the Southwest District Health and the Partnership for Success program.
Serving the Buhl area since 2011, Cowden's Automotive wants to wish the boys good luck in tonight's game. Your local community bank since 1917 and voted Idaho's best bank in 2024, Farmers Bank of Buhl wants to wish the Buhl Indians the best luck in tonight's game.
All right,
so
here we go.
2nd and 12 now to start the second quarter of play.
You got to get an angle on this.
Yeah.
The press box.
Crowd in.
If they're all running the other direction, not a problem.
Uranga rolls to the near side, has Henry. Henry cuts it up, gets past the first defender, and gets to the 1 yard line. He's going to be just short of the touchdown, but that's going to be a first down for the Trojans.
And that was the same play that we talked about earlier when I said, watch out for that play. They run Henry in motion, and they brought some in. That time they brought some blockers. That time the timing was a lot better. They just ran it to the opposite side.
Uranga under center. And he's going to call his own number, drops the ball. It's on the turf. Let's see what the call is here. It's going to be second down. It has number 60. Diego Cortez came up with the ball celebrating, hoping to get the touchdown call, but he's not going to.
He might have been in. I think his feet were in the end zone when he recovered it. I don't think the ball broke the plane. I mean, if you look, it's literally on the 1 inch line. Tough to not call that a touchdown.
So Uranga in shotgun, hands it off. And again, Sotelo stopped at the line of scrimmage. Even lost about a half yard. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 2 now.
So this is good coaching on the Buhl part. What they're doing is they're shooting the gaps and going low. So they're taking the offensive lineman out, and they're running the linebackers through the gap, and they're just guessing that they're going to run it up the gut here. Anything on the perimeter, they'd score.
So Luke Henry's going to come in at quarterback. Little Wildcat set. He's going to be in shotgun. Sotelo to his right. And it's going to be Henry. Henry to the 1 yard line. And again, stopped there. Still no touchdown.
I'd be remiss. Levi Machado came in, the 6'1", 200-pounder, again, redirected him. And Henry went on a tangent again.
Yeah. Went sideways instead of forwards. So 4th and goal now with 10 minutes left to go in the half.
I would kick a field goal here. You already have a touchdown on the board.
They're going to go for it.
What do I know?
So Henry again in shotgun formation. Jumbo package in. This time the handoff is to number 42, Cade Hall, and he finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, the junior Cade Hall, and nothing pretty or nothing special. Hand the ball off and just jump across the end zone. So what do I know? Score the touchdown.
That's why we're up here.
That's right. To their defense, right, Homedale has not seen Buhl do anything on offense.
Yeah.
So if you pin them back, they're going to be on the 1 foot line. And defensively, you know, you've been able to stop them. Buhl got to find an answer on offense now, being down 2 scores and the extra point. 14 points versus a stingy Homedale defense. Again, got to figure something out here soon.
Homedale gives up the 2nd fewest points per game in this classification, second only to Sugar Salem.
Yeah, well, that's going to be that could be fun, couldn't it? If we get down, because both sides, I think they're. I don't have, my son has my phone, which has the bracket on it, but I think they're, because this is the number 2 seed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sturgis-Salem, number 1, number 2 seed, so they can meet in the finals. Here we go. All right, hey, when Farm Bureau Insurance says it covers Idaho, it really means it covers Idaho. Farm Bureau Insurance has 48 offices throughout Idaho, including your local branch in Homedale, to take care of your farm and ranch customers statewide. Farm Bureau handles auto, RV, home, ranch, life, and even business insurance. Stop at 425 West Main in Marsing or call 208-337-4041 for a free insurance quote today. Wayne and Chad Hungate and David Saragino. Holy cow. Dave, I am sorry. Saragino at the Homedale Farm Bureau Insurance branch are proud to support Homedale Athletics. Good luck, Trojans.
Trojans set to kick off. There's the boot to the ball. It's going to be fielded at the 10-yard line. Cutting back to the left is number 20.
Number 20.
We're going to say that's
Samuel Zamora.
Samuel Zamora. It's either him or Ben Hansen.
It'll be 1st and 10 Indians.
2 20s.
2 number 20s. So we'll just
I
call
think
both
it was. I think it
names.
was Ben Hansen. If I'm being honest,
Yeah.
I think it was Ben Hansen.
Looks a little bit bigger than 5'7".
Yes, that's why I said that.
Zamora's a sophomore. Hansen's a junior.
Yeah. Hansen, they list him at 145, and Zamora's $125. So
we will go with Hansen.
My 12-year-old is bigger than that.
So Buhl with their third possession. Azevedo under center. Sends 2 receivers to the low side of the screen. 1 receiver high. Looks to that high receiver. In and out of the hands of number 24, Porter Higley.
And Higley, the junior, he's a big part of this offense. Big kid. He's going to be, quite frankly, he's going to be the Gabe Finley next year. He's going to line up in the backfield, but got to have those grabs. That was just a comeback route. Homedale doing nothing but man coverage across the board. I mean, they're not even batting an eye. They're daring Buhl to do something with the ball, saying beat our man one-on-one.
And I'm such a fan of man coverage. Zone coverage drives me crazy.
So having thrown the ball a little bit when I was younger, zone coverages can be tricky, but they can be your best friends too.
Azevedo in shotgun. Man in motion to the low side of the screen. Azevedo with the option. Ball's loose. Pitched it to number 10, Finley.
Looked like a loose ball that went out of bounds.
Knocked the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, so well he gets it to where he started knocking the ball. It doesn't go where it goes out of bounds. But that was an ugly play. I mean, it was really ugly because they ran a man in motion coming this way, and it looks like he was supposed to fake the handoff. The timing was off, and so Azevedo had to have Finley was trailing him, but Finley didn't even look like. I mean, they were separated by about a yard maybe. Yeah. And when he pitched the ball, that was an ugly play.
It was a late pitch too.
Yeah.
So Buhl makes a couple substitutions here on third. They did pick up 5 yards, so 3rd and 5, but they are going to have to take another timeout on the field by Buhl. And we'll keep it right here. Founded in 1961 and located in Castleford, Idaho, Gary Blick Trucking, Inc. is a family-owned and operated business providing both local and over-the-road trucking solutions. They offer refrigerated transportation throughout the western United States, as well as bulk commodity hauling throughout Idaho, Utah, and Nevada. Visit www.garyblicktrucking.com for more information, or to start your driving career, apply online. Gary Blick Trucking wants to wish the Buhl football team good luck in tonight's game. If you're in Buhl or surrounding area, TrueLeap Technologies is the place to call for your internet service needs. Formerly Philo Mutual, they have been serving the Magic Valley since 1909 and are proud to bring you local internet for local people. Packages start at just $49.95. They offer unlimited use of the internet with no activation or installation fees. Be sure to follow TrueLeap Technologies on Facebook and Instagram and call 208-326-4331 to sign up today.
So here we go. 3rd and 6.
2 receivers set low. Azevedo in the shotgun. Looks high. Has a receiver up there.
Azevedo's pass is complete.
That's going to be to number 24, Porter Higley, but he's going to be stopped about a yard short of the line of game.
Yeah, and logic says punt the ball here, but I don't know how many chances you're going to get.
Yeah. And are they sending on the punt team? Looks like they might be sending on the punt team with 9 minutes left to go in the half.
Yeah. Well, it's only 2 scores, and anything can happen. Unfortunately, haven't shown much on offense. I don't blame them for punting.
It'd be tough to give the ball over on downs here.
Yeah, especially that deep. Now, that said, the last punt only went about net 15 yards.
Nearly got there, did Homedale. Ball hits at the 50, takes a Buhl bounce and a little bit of a Buhl roll, and it'll be downed at the 42. That's where Homedale will take over 1st and 10.
The RST Incorporated has been providing superior transportation services to Idaho's food processing, agriculture, and construction industry since 1974. Our fleet of 36 late model fuel-efficient trucks and refrigerated trailers is currently serving the West, Midwest, Southeast with a timely, cost-effective transportation. Our specialized fleet of heavy-duty trucks, trailers, and experienced drivers is capable of moving structures and equipment of just about any size and weight. Owned and operated by 3 generations of Homedale graduates, RST Incorporated proudly supports Homedale athletics. Go Trojans.
Whew. Nice timing.
Yeah, there you go.
So 1st and 10 for the Trojans at their own 42-yard line. Uranga fakes the handoff, drops straight back. Looking over the middle, has a receiver, and it is intercepted. Threw that into triple coverage. That was intended for Cuenca.
Yeah, Cuenca did have a step. If he would have just taken some air off of that, I think Cuenca could have run underneath it. But Fabi Pierce came along, and he knocked that ball out. The ball was actually in Cuenca's hands as he slapped it out. Great defensive play by Buhl, and they needed something like that. This Indians defense has to continue to find ways to stop this. Now, Homedale, on the other hand, I don't even know why you're throwing the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, fine, do what you got to do, but if it's me, I line up my backs and just say, take this.
There's the handoff up the gut to number 32, Blewett. Blewett's going to pick up maybe 2 yards on the play, bring up 2nd and 8.
And favorable. I mean, they handed the ball off, and here you go, 3rd and long. This is absolutely what you need. Homedale has ripped off a couple of bigger plays, chunk plays we'll call them. Have a couple chunk plays of 15 to 20 yards, but that's it. If they can stop them here, this would be punting field position for Homedale, or you could be completely confident in your defense and say, hey, we're going to go for it.
Depends on how much they pick up here, I imagine. So 3rd and long for the Trojans as they're getting the call in from the sideline. This is taking a long time. So the back judge is indicating 10 seconds to snap. 2 receiver set, to the top of the screen. Uranga looks that way, has a man open. That's number 2, Cuenca. Cuenca's going to pick up about 4 yards, but he's going to be short of the line of gain. It'll be 4th and about 4.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. And might be the right call, that much closer. I think those 4 yards that he picked up on that tunnel screen might have done it for him. But, hey, huge stop here if Buhl stops him. Maybe a little bit of a momentum shift.
So Uranga in shotgun. 3 receivers bunched up at the top of the screen. Runner behind Uranga. There's the snap. Uranga looks across the middle, has a man open. That's number 2, Cuenca. And Cuenca needed 5, got 6. That's going to be enough for a Trojan 1st down.
Yeah, he did it. Just that. Defensively, you got to be self-aware as a cornerback, and not quite there. They didn't set up right at the sticks knowing that that's where they're going to turn around and throw that. Typically what you'll see is a defensive back sit right there on that yard marker, and he unfortunately was a yard back.
Yeah. Good chain awareness by the offense. Maybe not so great on the defense, results in a Homedale 1st. Uranga in shotgun. He's going to hand the ball off to Blewett. Blewett looks up the middle. He's going to pick up a couple yards on the play to the Buhl 45-yard line with 6.5 left to go in the 1st half.
That looked a little odd on the snap. It looked like the right side of the line took off before the ball was snapped. It was kind of a running head start.
But no flag, no foul.
That's right. Didn't happen.
We saw nothing.
Same thing. If you need to get a picture, it didn't happen.
Yep. 2nd and 8 now. Uranga in shotgun. 3 men in the backfield with him. They shift a couple out, one high, one low. There's the snap. And the end around goes to Luke Henry. Luke Henry tackled by the ankles inside the 40 at the 37.
They're lucky they got him too. He was gone. I mean, he came around full speed, and they run that. It's going to go down as a forward pass of about 12 yards, but because it was that little shuffle pass forward as Luke Henry came across, but he had 2 men leading the way, and devastating blocks out here on the edge. He would have gone.
That's going to be a first down for the Trojans. And they get the play call from the sidelines. All sorts of coaches down there giving all sorts of hand signals, and one of the guys holding up a big cardboard sign. And the offense gets set. Send a receiver up high. 1 down low. Man shifts to the near side. There's the handoff to Blewett. Blewett up to middle. He's going to pick up maybe a yard. Yeah, they'll give him a yard on that. It'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, same offense. It's dink dunk, and then they hit you with something big. So when they've run anything motion-wise or anything attacking the edges, big gains. Everything up the middle, 2 to 4 yard pickups. Now they bring out a little bit more dynamic in terms of receiver on the field. Basically, they brought on a smaller guy.
Yeah.
They pulled out one of their blockers and brought in a receiver.
Brought in Sebastian Larsley. Uranga stays on in shotgun. Twins low. Man in motion coming low. Fakes it, goes back high. Uranga fakes the handoff. Unloads downfield, has a man wide open, and that is the aforementioned Larsley.
Well, there's a reason he came on the field, because the play was designed, and actually that was good awareness. And as the play developed, the quarterback stepped up in the pocket, and I thought he was going to tuck the ball and run. He actually threw across his body, but throwing on the run can be difficult. Did a good job of that.
1st and goal for Homedale. Handoff to big number 42, the bruiser, Cade Hall. And Hall gets inside the 5 to the 4 yard line. So 2nd and 4 now, 2nd and goal from the 4 for Homedale.
And they're going to keep doing this. Every time they've gotten close to the end zone, they run about 84 plays before they punch it in the end zone. And just got to be wearing this defense down. And I'd love to say it was just the defense, but it's the offense too for Homedale, because most of these kids are going both ways.
And it's just been bruising blocking by the Trojans up front.
Yeah, they're very content to just let this clock run off. Looks a little bit like a Weezer type game where hand the ball off, run off 45 seconds.
Uranga with Hall in the backfield. Handoff goes to Hall. Hall carrying some defenders. Hall pushing forward. Hall is going to be stopped inside the 1.
Just short of the goal
be
line.
3rd and inches.
Hall took that, and he kept his feet, kept working, and more than anything, you like the ball security. He had both hands covering it like a good fullback should, as you had defenders swatting at the ball, but kept it a little high, but kept his feet working.
So 3rd and goal now. Under 3 to go in the half. Uranga in shotgun. Jumbo formation. Here's Hall again. This time Hall is going to get there. Touchdown, Trojans.
Yeah, Cade Hall did the same thing, and they lined up. They went over the left side of that offensive line, and they've seen a lot of success tonight. Cade Hall just took it and punched it in, and that takes it after this extra point, 21-0, and Buhl searching for answers right now. Needs some kind of explosive play to really offset this.
Trojans on for the PAT to make it 21-0. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 2:38 left to go in the half, 21-0 Homedale over Buhl.
Snake River RV Resort is a top-of-the-line RV park and campground located on the beautiful Snake River in Homedale, Idaho. We want to wish our Homedale Trojans the best of luck in the playoffs. Go get them, boys. And Madison's Napa Auto Parts in Homedale has been locally owned and operated since 1977. They have everything you need in stock, including auto parts, tools, and equipment, along with many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farming equipment. Madison's Napa Auto Parts in Homedale is a proud supporter of the Trojans athletics. Go get them, boys. Well, here we are, 21-0. Solid matchup, and you can see, like you said, 6 turnovers in the Weiser game. Big deal.
Yeah, taking care of the ball tonight well is Uranga in this Homedale offense.
All set to kick off for the Trojans.
Looks like they've streamlined it, and any good team towards the end of the season has their bread and butter plays that they execute really well.
The kickoff fielded at the 10-yard line, up to the 20, across the 25 to the 28-yard line. That is number 32, Dallas Price on the return.
32, Dallas Price.
So as Buhl takes the field here on offense, a couple things to look for. Acevedo has to show us that he can hit a ball beyond 10 yards. He has to loosen that defense up because right now they're stacking the box. As the run game's been decent, they have to maybe call some more dynamic plays. And what I mean by dynamic is maybe attack the edge, maybe some RPOs or get him to the outside to maybe create some space and only have him read maybe half the field. But right now, this offense looks like it's spinning its wheels.
Acevedo under center, hands the ball off. That's to number 10, Gabe Finley. Finley picks up maybe 2 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Look, you have one timeout, 2:22 to go. The urgency just doesn't seem to be there right now. I don't know if they're playing for the second half. Maybe they know something we don't know in the second half.
So 2nd and 8 now. 2 receivers set high, 1 low, 1 man in the backfield next to Acevedo to his right. That's Finley. Here's the snap, looking near side. That ball is batted down out of the air. Good play there.
Yeah, pass was
Lane, number 52.
Yeah, 52. Caden Lane did a great job. Jumped up, got his hands in the air, and just was really athletic. You gobbled that thing up. The Porter Higley was the intended receiver. It was just that same comeback route that they threw on the other side of the field. They just flipped it. And again, Buhl looking for some sort of chunk play right here. I mean, throughout the season, they've been able to rip some of these off, but they've been a steady team. Pick up 5-7 yards at a time. And right now, this Homedale defense really buckling down.
So 3rd and 8 now for the Indians. There's the snap. A little pitch looking for some room to run is number 8, Fabi Pierce. And he gets nowhere. In fact, he's going to lose a yard. And a timeout on the field is going to be taken by Homedale to preserve the last 1:39 to go in this quarter, in this half.
And Homedale showing that they can score in a hurry if needs be. That play, again, looked a little off. The timing was off on that. It was that forward pitch. Unfortunately, not able to pick up any yards.
Magic Valley Turfgrass is a commercial sod farm serving residential, commercial, sports, and golf properties across western North America. We do not sell retail garden center products, including fertilizer, seed, or landscape and ornamental plants. We at Magic Valley Turfgrass are rooting on the Buhl football team tonight.
Les Schwab Tires in Homedale. Manager Rhett and his crew are committed to getting you back on the road safely. Les Schwab doing the right thing since 1952 North America's best tire warranty. Les Schwab offers better coverage than anyone else with no extra fees for your warranty. More than 550 Les Schwab tire locations. Give them a call today at 208-337-3474 or stop by at 330 Highway 95. Les Schwab in Homedale, proud supporters of Homedale Athletics.
So the Buhl team, or the Buhl punt team, comes on and kicks it to the 50, but there's a flag down on the field. See what the call there is. It's going to be a sideline warning against the Trojans.
So Buhl, the Indians at this point, got to stop them. Being down 4 scores going into halftime, that's almost insurmountable, especially with the way that they haven't been able to move the ball this evening. And you got to wonder, is there something else going on? Did they see something? Are they not calling the plays, or is it just they're not having the success? Who am I to say? But it just looks like they're not calling the timing's been off, you know, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's a good description right there. The timing just hasn't been there for the Indians. Homedale a man short on offense. Finally gets Terry Volk out there, but it's going to be too late. Homedale's going to have to burn a timeout here. Not what you want to do if you're the Trojans.
Yeah, not what you want to do. That was the center, too, trying to run on the field. Tough to snap a ball with no center. And they're pointing at other people and giving each other an earful here. Hey, what's going on? And then they pat each other on the back.
Since 1969, Kelly Oil in Buhl has been the area's most trusted provider of farm and home delivery of gas, non-ethanol gas, ethanol gas, diesel, and heating oils. They can deliver in cases, buckets, drums, and even bulk. If you don't have one of their fuel cards, go in and see them today at 1313 Main Street in Buhl, or give them a call at 208-543-6192. Carl, Donna, and Craig Kelly want to wish the Buhl boys good luck in tonight's game.
Well, they will take all the luck they can get right now. If they need a stop on defense.
Turnover would be perfect for them. Uranga drops back, looks across the middle, has a man wide open. That's to Henry, and Henry makes the smart move, sees the defender coming for the tackle, and makes sure he gets out of bounds. It's going to be a big pickup and a first down for Homedale.
Yeah, Henry started on the far side of the field and worked his way back across, and all the motion was to the far side of the field. And as Uranga came back looking for his receiver, nobody picked up Henry as he came wide open on that crossing route.
So 1st and 10 now from the 29-yard line of Buhl. Henry in motion to the low side. Uranga drops back, looks across the middle, has a man open. That's number 24, Lucas Hall. Hall down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. That's going to be another Trojan first down.
And Uranga did what a very mature quarterback, a very seasoned quarterback does. He looked off the safety. He looked, and then came back to his man. Same play with Henry from the prior, exact same play. They just ran a different man in the route as he looked off the safety. Big chunk pickup. I said that word too many times now, but it was a chunk of yards.
There's some yardage there.
It was a bunch of yards. How's that? A grundle of yardage.
So 1:16 left to go in the half. Uranga in shotgun. Man high, man low as the tight end shifts to the near side. Motion to the top of the screen. There's the pass to Hall. Hall looking for room to run. Doesn't find much and stays in bounds. So a pickup of about 3. That was Luke Henry, excuse me.
Luke Henry, yeah. That was that play that they used. That's the third time they've run it. 2 out of the 3, their timing's been off. They've gotten the ball to him too late. They need to get the ball to him quicker because they have a man out there blocking. If they can dial that in,
yeah,
it's going to go for big yardage.
Chunk yardage even.
If you will. If you will.
Uranga in shotgun. Comes near side. Has a man open in the end zone. That's a touchdown. Trojans.
Boy, pretty ball. And Uranga doesn't – he makes it look easy. He doesn't even wind up and throw. He just kind of lost it up there. That was Cuenca. Rafa Cuenca, the guy that had the touchdown. He's 6'2", and he did a really good job of using his body to put him in between the defender. In the last second, he jumped away. That's using that big 6'2" body. Create some space.
And just like that, Homedale looking to extend this to a 28-0 lead with 42 seconds left to go in the half. Buhl does get the opening kickoff, low snap. They're going to call it dead before the play, I believe. It's going to be a false start against the Trojans. So that'll back up this PAT up 5 yards.
Never has there been a more fortuitous penalty.
Yeah.
He had a chance to now kick it, whereas before with the bad snap.
Yeah, that was an ugly play from the get. So it makes the PAT just a little bit further. It's Lucas Hall on for it. There's the snap, much better. The hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 42 seconds left to go in the half, the Homedale Trojans 28, the Buhl Indians 0, here on IdahoSports.com.
There is no replacement for quality and experience, and that's what Vance Dairy Construction brings to every project it sets out on. Just like the Homedale Trojans, Vance Dairy Construction works hard to get it right the first time, and that's why they have the reputation that makes them the first call when the dairy industry is looking to build, remodel, or repair. Call the team at Vance Dairy Construction to schedule your winter maintenance and renovation projects now. 208-337-3191. Vance Dairy Construction, helping to build Idaho's dairy industry. All of us at Vance Dairy Construction want to wish the Homedale Trojans good luck in the state playoffs.
So Homedale set to kick. See if Buhl tries to do anything with 42 seconds and 1 timeout, depending on the field position they pick up here.
And Homedale is, I don't know how many timeouts they have. Looks like no timeouts.
No timeouts for Homedale.
Yeah, I would take a knee if I'm Buhl.
Ball goes into the end zone, so Buhl will get it at the 20-yard line on the touchback. So first down, Indians from their own 20.
So what you do is you run a play and see how much yardage you can pick up on the first play. If you pick up any relevant yardage on the first play, then you start setting together, you put together your offense for the rest of the drive.
Yeah.
If you don't, take a knee, walk away, you get the ball at the beginning of the half.
So here comes the Buhl offense out, moving left to right.
Yeah, they're going to victory formation. Oh, no?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, it kind of looks like that all the time.
Yeah. 2 receivers high, man in motion to the top of the screen. That's where they're going to go to number 5, Castor Schilder. He's going to pick up. Keep moving the sticks. 8 yards.
Okay, so no huddle offense here. Sometimes no huddle jump starts offenses. They get a little more continuity.
Taking a shot downfield into double coverage. And good job there by the Homedale DB was step for step with the receiver.
Yeah, but I don't mind that. I don't mind trying to extend it and really see what you have going on. And you see Henry plays free safety, and they brought him in for free safety, and he roams. He's fast. So you know that if you're going to test downfield, you're going to have that free safety roaming back there, but got to do something different. What you don't want to do, though, is give the ball up right
here. Yeah, don't turn it over right here. So 3rd and short now for the Indians. They're just going to hand this ball off. It's going to go to number 10, Finley. Finley comes near side. He's going to pick up the first down, but a flag came flying in with 4 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, and that one's going to be either an illegal block or a holding. And that came from the back judge. And you know what? I know who that is. We have a name for that back judge because he looked over at me and he said, "You can write my name wrong, but it's actually spelled Quentin Mitchell."
Not Michelle.
Not Michelle.
Personal foul.
Oh, hands to the face.
Illegal hands to the face, yeah, against the Trojans. So that's going to give Buhl 15 yards and a first down.
Okay, so 4 seconds left, and I don't know what kind of arm Acevedo has, but
we're about to find out.
We're about to find out. Turns out he's a 98-mile-an-hour fastball pitcher. We just didn't know it.
Chuck this 52 yards.
That's right, in the air.
So Acevedo in shotgun. He's going to drop back under pressure. He's going to roll out, still looking, throws to the sideline. Nobody there, and just throws the ball away as the time runs out. That's the end of the first half. Your score, Homedale 28, Buhl 0 here on IdahoSports.com.
Did you know that most Idaho students don't drink alcohol or use drugs? That means approximately 9 out of 10 students and their friends choose to stay substance-free. It's the healthiest, most popular choice. Parents, check out betheparents.org for pro tips on how you can have powerful conversations with your kids and teens about the importance of not drinking or using drugs. talking to your child about your expectations when it comes to alcohol and drug use is one of the things most associated with your student making healthy life choices. This message was brought to you by the Southwest District Health and the Partnership for Success program.
All right, we'll step away, pay some bills, be right back here on IdahoSports.com for our halftime show. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Dear road rivals, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Nissan and Ford charge extra for maintenance. At Toyota, we take care of our drivers. Join us. Toyota. Toyota. Let's go places.
Let's talk about open enrollment for health insurance. Your Health Idaho's got you covered with all you need to know. Open enrollment is the time of year where you can enroll in or change your health insurance coverage. And Your Health Idaho is the place to go for quality coverage at a lower cost. 25% of enrollees pay $25 or less. Make sure to enroll by December 16th to get covered and save money.
This year, help dreams come true with the Ideal Idaho 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits, ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, K-12 education, and student loan repayment. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org if you would like to learn more.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota. Let's go places.
Let's talk about open enrollment for health insurance. Your Health Idaho's got you covered with all you need to know. Open enrollment is the time of year where you can enroll in or change your health.
We're Valleywide Cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valleywide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Dear Triathlon, let's take on iconic trails and race straight to the top. What's the point of winning if you can't enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUVs. Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome back to IdahoSports.com, where at the half it is the Homedale Trojans 28, the Buhl Indians 0. Let's take a look at the scoring summary of the first half. At the 5:38 mark in the first quarter, it was Henry with a 3-yard touchdown run. And then 9:50 and 2:38 of the second quarter, we had mere runs by Lucas Hall, both 1-yard runs. And then 42 seconds left to go in the half. It was Cuenca on a 13-yard touchdown reception from Uranga. All the PATs were good. That set us up 28-0 at the half. Homedale over Buhl.
And the first score for the Homedale Trojans came off of a turnover, the only turnover in the game, which is an interception deep. I mean, they got it in their own territory, and meaning deep in the Buhl territory, able to turn around and punch it in pretty quickly. And that basically set the tone for the half. After that, it was kind of downhill for the Trojans in terms of running the ball, and then they started loosening it up, and they had Henry on the edges. There's the one vaunted play where they run him in motion, and just the timing's been good 1 out of the 3 times and has gone for big yardage, but they'll come back to that. And, you know, they have the numbers in terms of kids that they've suited up. They have the numbers in terms of yardage that they're putting up there, and they have the numbers on the scoreboard. And so a lot of things going right for the Homedale Trojans right now. And if we flip the script and we look at Buhl, Buhl's got to be asking themselves, what do we have to do? What's different? It looks like they went to their bread butter offense, hand the ball off. Higley gets the ball quite a bit, but he hasn't been able to break through. They're stacking the box, and they just haven't shown they've been able to stretch the field at all at this point. They did take one shot at the end of the half trying to move the ball, but if it's me, I probably go back to that. You have nothing to lose at this point, and you have this is the end of this is the end of the road if it doesn't change. And what they've been doing so far hasn't been able to work. I will give, hats off to this Buhl defense. They down within the 1 to 2 yard line. I think Homedale's run most of their plays within the Buhl 2 yard line. They've been stout on defense, and on 2 times on 4th down, they've had to punch it in. So they've done some things right tonight.
Yeah, those Henry and Hall runs came after good goal line stands from the Indians. Just couldn't keep the Trojans out on 4th down twice, I believe.
Twice, yep.
Yeah, and then on 3rd down once. So, you know, Homedale's been spending some time on the Buhl doorstep, but Buhl's been making them earn those scores, and they have so far, up by 4 touchdowns here at the half. The winner, of course, will face the winner of tomorrow's game. It's going to be a Saturday game, 1 p.m. kickoff between Weiser and American Falls. I'll be there. You'll be at C of I doing basketball.
I will later that evening. Yes, sir.
So I'll be doing that broadcast with the boss himself, Mr. Paul Kingsbury. So yeah, the winner there will move on, or the winner tonight will move on to face the winner of that game tomorrow, which should be a good one. Both teams like to run the ball a lot, so if you're a passing fan, learn to love the ground game.
This is old school football. This is 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Nothing fancy at all. Well, we'd like to take a second to thank our power boosters, Meridian Plumbing, Evade Pest Management, RST Inc., College of Western Idaho, Hawaii Sand and Gravel, and Farmer Funeral Chapel, as well as today's local sponsors, Farm Bureau Insurance, Les Schwab in Homedale, Madison's Napa Auto Parts, Vance Dairy Construction, Snake River RV Resort, BeTheParents.org, Kelly Oil, True Leap Technologies, Gary Blick Trucking Inc., Magic Valley Turfgrass, Cowden's Automotive, and Farmers Bank of Buhl. If you'd like to be either a power booster or one of our local sponsors, get a hold of us at sales@IdahoSports.com, and Logan will get you set up. And speaking of commercials, we're going to take a break here. There's 5 minutes left to go before the second half kickoff, and we'll be right back for it on IdahoSports.com.
Let's talk about open enrollment for health.
Welcome back to IdahoSports.com. We've got 3 minutes left before the second half kickoff. So, Ryan, what do each team need to do to make some adjustments at the half?
Well, I'm going to start this with a precursor. I'm going to preface this with the following. 4A football, the former 3A classification, 4A football is absolutely a joy to watch. And here's the reason why. Because you have just enough students to where you can field a good football team. You know, you don't have 14 kids. I have seen that. Literally 14 kids. 3 kids out on the sidelines. And so you have full coaching staffs. There's enough to play really good football. But at the same time, there's a lot of volatility here. So anything can happen, right? You can swing one way or another. Where a good athlete will really stand out. And speaking of good athletes, shout out to Scott Matlock, one of the greatest athletes to come out of Homedale High School itself. And he's running both ways for the Los Angeles Chargers right now. But so good athletes can stick out. So that being said, what do both teams need to do? Well, if you're Homedale, you don't need to change anything. Maybe you work on some stuff. I feel at this point I probably would hold back because you're going to have a bruiser of a game next week, theoretically with Weezer. So maybe not show everything that you have, but, maybe you want to get some practice in. But let's flip it over to the Buhl side. So Buhl comes into this game, a good team, actually beat Weezer at their own game. I think that was when Weezer trying to, knock the rust off from the summer. But all of that being said, Buhl has to move the ball down the field. And it can't come with the 3 to 4 yard gains handing the ball. Yeah. There's not enough time. Homedale controls the ball, controls the clock way too much. You need to start getting some big plays. And so if that means that Uranga has to start slinging the ball or they run some things differently, they've got to do things differently. And that means different play calling. Now, defensively, you're doing the best you can with what you have. If it's me, I stack the box. And I watch the edges and make them beat me with the throw. Unfortunately, they were able to do that at the end of the game. They were able to start throwing the ball. End of the first half, starting to move the ball in that. So, Buhl, you got to gamble on defense. You got to get some turnovers. You got to shorten that. Can't allow them to just eat the clock. So if that means quick scores and gambling on defense, that's what I'm doing.
So whatever it is, Buhl needs to get on the board. They get opening kickoff possession. So I'm sure part of the halftime speech was we need to do something with that opening possession to get back into this ball game.
Yeah, and again, it's got to come in the form of moving the ball dynamically. And dynamic meaning either sling the ball out or do some kind of trick play. You've got to do something. You got to change it up. And I don't know if they don't have it in their arsenal. I haven't seen enough Buhl games, unfortunately. Apologies to the listeners out there. I can't say, hey, they need to run this play. But whatever they're doing, it needs to be something different, and it has to be something quick and really kind of keep the Trojans on their heels on defense.
Yeah, and we've seen it. We kind of questioned Acevedo's arm strength, but we saw it at the end of the first half. He can get the ball downfield when he wants to.
Yeah, Acevedo, he does. And, the big thing for him is he just didn't have time to throw the ball. But some of those quicker developing plays, like those crossing routes or maybe roll him to the side, somewhere to just create some space to be able to throw him, give him a lane to throw is what we're looking at right now. But, it's going to come on Acevedo's arms. You're not going to run. You're not going to overcome 28 points running the football.
Yeah, you're not going to run yourself back into this ball game down by 4 scores. Well, halftime is over, and we're just waiting now for the kickoff. Coach Matt Holtry talking to his special teams. They get a break, and they come out. And again, with the kickoff duties is going to be number 24, Lucas Hall.
Well, Lucas Hall's done a good job tonight. The first kick I watched, the first kick for Buhl, I watched the first kick, and I thought, oh, boy, this is going to be a night. But both kickers have showed that they can place the ball where they want it. Big leg. Couple of scores. We have Rigby 45-7 over Post Falls right now. At the halftime. A couple other games of interest right now. Hillcrest over Blackfoot, 28-0. Another one here is a interesting one. 28-0 Homedale at the half. Oh, wait.
That's us.
That's us.
The return goes up to the 23-yard line, 24-yard line, or it'll be first down for the Indians on this opening possession of the second half.
Yeah, if you're the Trojans defensive staff, and we'll just call it the coaching staff, top to bottom, you got to be thrilled with what's going on tonight. I don't think Buhl's crossed over into Homedale territory once.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah.
One time.
Yeah, it's been a stout defense from Homedale. And again, we talked about it. Homedale gives up the second fewest points in this classification in the state, just to number 1, Sugar Salem.
It's crazy. Well, here they go, running formation.
There's the handoff to number 32, Dallas Price, and he goes, looks like might have lost a yard. I don't think he quite made it back to the line of scrimmage.
These kids are going to fight to the end, and they're going to do what the coach tells them to do, but you got to feel for them at this point.
Yeah, you know, they've had a hard time establishing the passing game because they've had a hard time establishing the run game.
Chicken or the egg?
Yeah.
Boy, and they look good, too. You know, a lot of good young athletes, and you can see them in Acevedo. We talked about the arm strength and maybe play action is what we're looking for here.
Another handoff again to number 32, Dallas Price. Price is going to pick up about 4 yards on the play. Make it 3rd and a long 6 now.
So defensively, the Trojans stacking the box. You're looking over at the sideline yelling, hey, it's 3rd down, let's go. Let's get the crowd in it. And by the way, great turnout tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Stadium's packed, and they're lining the sideline. I've never seen this where they allow them literally to sit right next to the field.
We're out there on the track. Acevedo under center. Twin receivers high. 2 men in the backfield. He drops back, and it's going to be dead. It's going to be offside against the Trojans. So a 5-yard penalty will make this 3rd and more manageable for the Buhl Indians.
Well, that's got to be nice. I mean, that opens up the playbook a little bit, and it's going to allow them to call something. I just get the feeling that Buhl doesn't have an attacking offense in their arsenal, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I just don't think they have the play calls as an attacking offense. They try to establish the run initially and then play off of that, again, with play action, some counter plays, and ripping off some big runs.
And you talked about it. They're still a young team. You know, there's some seniors sprinkled on the roster, but a lot of sophomores and juniors here. Acevedo under center. 2 men with him. 2 men near side. Man in motion going to the top. Looking near side. Ball's complete to number 5. That Schilder down the sideline to the 40, to the 30, where he's knocked out of bounds, and there's a big chunk play we were talking about right there. 1st down for the Indians at the Trojans 30.
Yeah, when you live and die by man defense, if that man misses the tackle is what happened. He was able to shake him and get down the field. I thought he was going to take it, but they showed incredible speed from the middle linebacker position, and that was, and I should know, I've called his name a million times today. Apologies, folks. That was Blewett, who came flying in from the middle linebacker position. So he was up around the line of scrimmage, and he dropped all the way back to be able to catch him.
Acevedo under center, looking to pass again. Gets the ball downfield, has a man open. Nice catch as he was cut down in the air. That was Schilder again, and he's getting up slowly.
That hurt.
Yeah.
He landed directly on his bum. He got knocked, his feet kind of got knocked out from underneath him, and he literally landed on his butt. So thank goodness. I was on the turf earlier today. It's a great field. Again, facilities top-notch here in Homedale. But they finally got something. They ran some misdirection. They ran that intermediate route, ran him on the out route, and he was wide open.
So 1st and 10 from the 17. Man comes in motion to the low side. He gets the ball. Looking to turn it upfield, but that edge holds. That was number 24, Porter Higley.
Yeah, and Higley got upended by Henry, the offensive threat, who, again, is coming from that free safety position, and he just dropped down. He crashed on that. I'm willing to bet Higley's not the fastest kid on the team. He's a brute, and he's a big boy, but as he couldn't quite get to the edge, and Henry came and cut him down. Defensively, though, forcing the Trojans to now maybe take a little bit different look. They have to back a couple men off.
So 2nd and 8 now for the Indians under center. 2 men in the backfield. 1 lone receiver up top on man coverage. They hand it to the up man. That's looks like 55, Ryder Sheen.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Ryder getting some carries, my man.
Making a call there for Mr. Sheen. So he picked up about 4 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and long 5, short 6, however you want it.
Absolutely 2-down territory. So pick up 2.5 and then another 2.5. However you got to do it, you've got to do it. And I like the play calling. I'm not a big fan of them just handing the ball off the gut, but that was a little bit more effective than prior carries.
So man low, man high. Acevedo in shotgun formation, rolls to the far side, under pressure, and he goes down.
Yeah,
Lane.
Yeah, Lane came in, and it was just, he came in from the defensive line position, but he rotated around. He stayed towards the line of scrimmage. And listen, there was nobody open on that play. I mean, they blanketed everybody coming into that. Acevedo made the right call in tucking that. If you'd have thrown that, it would have been an interception. There were defenders. He had 4 guys in the route, and not one of them was even slightly open.
So loss of 7 brings up 4th and 12 now. Acevedo under center. Spreads out the 4 that were in the backfield. 2 high, 1 low, or 2 low. And under pressure, Acevedo just throws the ball away. And he is hurt.
Yeah, it's gimpy. It looks like he landed on his butt again. As he was up in the air, they came right down on his
derriere.
On his posterior. Unfortunately, he's a tough kid, though. He bounces back. See, the hard part with that is that they ran a play and there was no protection. So they had no extra protection. They had five offensive linemen in there. And if anybody breaks loose, because they rushed 5 and they got to him quick, they gambled and there was nowhere to go. They jumped the short routes was what they were looking for. Defensively, defensive backs jumped the short routes, and he had nowhere to go with the ball. Pressure instantly.
So a good drive for the Indians comes up short as they turn the ball over on downs. Here come the Trojans working left to right. Ball at the 19-yard line of Homedale as they get a late substitution in on the line. I've seen that a couple times tonight. Linemen not ready to go out on the field. Uranga heads the ball off. Going top side. Picking up maybe a yard. It's number 21, Chance Martell.
And Martell falling again, a convoy. Trying to collapse that left side, which has been very effective tonight. 2 touchdowns by Hall. Both came over the left side of the line, and they're trying to follow that.
So 2nd and 8. Uranga in shotgun. He's going to get the penalty against the Indians as they jumped off sides.
Yeah, not a lot working right now for Buhl, defensively specifically. They need a break here. They need to cause a turnover. If I'm coach, I'm saying you got to punch that ball out. Do whatever you have to do to start stripping that ball.
So 2nd and 4 now for the Trojans after the walk-off. Uranga in shotgun. Man to his right. Single receiver set low and high. Ball complete out on the near side to number 9, Luke Henry. Henry across the 40 to the 42. That's going to be enough for a Trojan first down.
And if Henry could have broken that tackle, he was gone. Not one player would have touched him. It was one man coverage on the outside, and interesting play. It was a very long developing play. It was a long throw because they were on the far hash, and they threw it to the near sideline.
So we are under 6 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter of play. The clock has stopped. 28-0 Homedale over Buhl. I'm Clay Hatfield. He's Ryan Luke, and we are grateful that you joined us tonight here from Homedale High School in this quarterfinal matchup. Man in motion to the drop to the near side. Handoff goes to number 32, Javid Blewett. Blewett picks up about 9 yards on the play, brings up 2nd and 1.
Yeah, that was a good call, mixing it up. They'd been throwing the ball and being very effective with it. And then on top of that, testing the edges against Buhl. We talked about Buhl not being able to get to the edge. Well, the Trojans, it's the complete opposite, been able to really put pressure on the edge, but then they got Blewett up the gut on that one. Big pickup, 9 yards.
Uranga in shotgun, Blewett behind him, man in motion to the near side. Here's the handoff to Blewett again. Blewett up the gut. He's going to pick up 5 yards. That'll be another Trojan first down.
A lot of misdirection. We had guys going both directions. There was motion before the play. Then as soon as the play went off, then they faked the handoff the other direction. So you had 2 crossing receivers and then ended up with Blewett right up the gut.
So 1st and 10 from the Buhl 45-yard line.
And Blewett up the middle. I have no problem with that right now. Unfortunately, Buhl sucking a little bit of wind. Getting a little fatigued at this point.
The cold doesn't help as that starts to set in too here on the banks of the Snake River. Hand off to Blewett. Blewett's going to pick up 3 yards on the run. Make it 2nd and 7.
Yeah, get a little chipper out there. You got a couple guys yapping away. Homedale starting to impose their will, and Buhl's going, come on, guys. We're just playing football here.
I'm sure the Homedale coaches will be saying the same, but in a little bit sterner terms. It's the handoff to Blewett. Blewett again, up the middle. Nothing fancy. Picks up another 3 yards. Brings up 3rd and 3 to go.
Blewett both hands, securing the football. It's going to be critical as they continue to just try and punch that out again. And you do practice that. You practice strip drills and you practice punching it out. I think, one of the highlights that if you've never seen it, look up Tyler Algier, Superman. Tyler Algier, the running back for the Falcons, when he against BYU there was an interception. He chased a man down. He was the running back, and he comes flying from backside and punches it out. So always got to be aware.
Urangan shotgun. Blewett behind him. Man in motion to the near side up to the line. Here's the handoff again to Blewett. Blewett this time met in the backfield. He's only going to pick up a couple yards on the play, bring up 4th and 2.
Yeah, and right now, Buhl finally selling out, and they're bringing their linebackers. They're bringing everything. That was number 32. That was Dallas Price, just the junior, 5'10 junior, came off the edge. He's the linebacker, and he came off the far side. He was able to trip up Blewett, and of course you're going to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah.
Haven't been stopped
From
yet.
here, they're at the 37-yard line, excuse me. Too close to punt. Urangan shotgun, drops back, fakes the handoff, looks downfield, has a man wide open, and that is a touchdown for Luke Henry. A 37-yard touchdown pitch and catch.
So Henry, simple route, only man in route. He was the only man that was in the route that time. They sold out on that. There were 2 defenders, and he ran past them, and the ball was actually underthrown, which aided Henry because they were tracking where the ball should have been, both defenders, and he was able to circle back, kind of caught him off there. He drifted to the middle of the field, was able to catch the ball for an easy touchdown.
PAT is up, and the PAT is good. And with 2:48 left to go in the third quarter, Homedale 35, Buhl 0 here on IdahoSports.com.
When Farm Bureau Insurance says it covers Idaho, it really means it covers Idaho. Farm Bureau Insurance has 48 offices throughout Idaho, including your local branch in Homedale, to take care of farm and ranch customers statewide. Farm Bureau handles auto, RV, home, ranch, life, and even business insurance. Stop at 425 West Main Street in Marsing, or call 208-337-4041 for a free insurance quote today. Wayne and Chad Hungate and Dave Saragino. Why can't I say that? Saragino. I can read it. It's right in front of me. And Dave Saragino at the Homedale Farm Bureau Insurance Branch are proud to support Homedale Athletics. Good luck, Trojans. RST Incorporated has been providing superior transportation services to Idaho's food processing, agriculture, and construction industry since 1974. Our fleet of 36 late model fuel-efficient trucks and refrigerated trailers is currently serving the West, Midwest, and Southeast with timely, cost-effective transportation. Our specialized fleet of heavy-duty trucks, trailers, and experienced drivers is capable of moving structures and equipment in just about any size and weight. Owned and operated by 3 generations of Homedale graduates, RST Incorporated proudly supports Homedale Athletics. Go Trojans.
Nice timing as the kickoff comes. It's a low little worm burner. Fielded at the 7-yard line. Right up the middle. And brought down at about the 24, it looks like, is number 32, Dallas Price.
Dallas Price getting in on a lot of action here. He's been playing all game. Some of the first times we've called his name, though. And they're going to need some contributions now, being down 35-0. And, boy, I don't think there's a fold in these boys, but it's a tough uphill battle now.
Yeah, they need to score on this drive here for sure.
And talk about time-consuming drives. We had 2 drives in that quarter, and we have 2:43 left.
So shotgun formation by Acevedo. Man to his right. Twins low, one high. Man in motion to the top of the screen. Coming near side. That is going to be, looks like it hit the turf. Nope, they're going to say it's complete to number 5, Schilder.
And Schilder just ran the slant route. It was man coverage, and it's not quite press coverage off the snap. Gave him a little bit of room and was able to turn that. That was actually the same play that was picked off in the first half that led to the first Homedale drive. It was that same slant route, and he overthrew him, and the defender was able to come up with the interception.
This one's a pickup of 9 on the play. 2nd and 1 now. Azevedo back to shotgun. 3 receivers to the top of your screen, 1 low. Here's the snap. There's the backwards pass to number 32, Dallas Price, and Price is going to break it. Nice run after the catch by Price to pick up about 11 yards. That's going to be a first down for the Indians at their own 44-yard line.
Yeah, I had him dead to rights in the backfield, and Price took the reception and made one man miss, and then it was just 1 foot in the ground as he shot upfield, and good pickup of about 12 to, was it 13 yards on that play?
Yeah. So Buhl on the drive here with 1:30 left to go in the quarter. Azevedo goes under center. Hands the ball off to number 10. That's Gabe Finley, and Finley goes back. Looks like he's going to lose. Looks like he's going to lose about 2 yards on that run. Brings up second. Now they're going to say just 1, so 2nd and 11.
Yeah, 2nd and 11, but he didn't go down, but he maybe should have. He kept trying to fight for yards. Finley's a tough kid. He's a big boy, and they're just not able to get him any kind of space in the middle.
Yeah, the defensive line for Homedale has done great tonight, plugging holes. Azevedo under center. 2 receivers low. Azevedo drops back, looks low, drops it right into the arms of Porter Higley.
Wow.
Nice touch.
Yeah, that was a touch pass on an out route, and Porter Higley was covered really well. The defenders, the both Homedale defenders, and that was number 1, that was Wyatt Ingram, and number 4, Sebastian Lazalaire. Is that right? Larsley. I even went down to talk to the coaches before.
It's all right,
So
I got
anyway,
your back.
thank you. But it was just a nice touch pass by Acevedo, and he's still limping, man. You remember he landed on his tush, if you will, because we can say that because there's a tush push.
Yeah. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. Your score, Homedale Trojans 35, the Buhl Indians 0 here on IdahoSports.com.
Snake River RV Resort is the top-of-the-line RV park and campground located on the beautiful Snake River in Homedale, Idaho. We want to wish our Homedale Trojans the best of luck in the playoffs. Go get them, boys. And Madison's Napa Auto Parts in Homedale has been locally owned and operated since 1977. They have everything you need in stock, including auto parts, tools, and equipment, along with many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farming equipment. Madison's Napa Auto Parts in Homedale is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Good luck, boys. Oh, let's go more. How about more? Let's talk about Farm Bureau. Let's go Farm Bureau. Let's do this. What Farm Bureau Insurance says, it covers Idaho. It really means it covers Idaho. Farm Bureau Insurance has 48 offices throughout Idaho, including your local branch in Homedale to take care of your farm ranch customers statewide. Farm Bureau handles auto, RV, ranch, home, life, even business insurance. Stop in at 425 West Main Street in Marsing or call 208-337-4041 for a free insurance quote today. Wayne and Chad Hungate and Dave Serengino. I did that one on purpose, by the way. Dave Serengino at Homedale Farm Bureau Insurance. And branch proud to support the Homedale Athletics. Good luck, Trojans.
3rd and 2 now to start the fourth quarter. Buhl now moving left to right. The pitch back goes to number 32, Dallas Price. Price is going to pick up the first down, but there is a hanky. There are 2 hankies. That one came in late. So one may be a hold, and the other one's probably going to be a personal foul. We'll see if these offset.
Yeah, I actually think both are going to be on Buhl. Both of them went. There was an offensive lineman out there, and, you can't blame him. It's chippy. Hey, it's quarterfinals. And if they're seniors, this is their last football game.
Yeah.
And it's a tough pill to swallow when you start seeing the end of the tunnel. No, end of the ride. We'll call it that. End of the ride. Yeah.
Yeah.
The light at the end of the tunnel. And if you ever go to sleep and you see a light and there's a tunnel and there's light, don't go towards it.
So he's talking, the official's talking to the Buhl sideline. We'll see what the call is. Here it comes. Maybe.
Possibly.
White hat coming to the near side.
Yeah, Buhl's marching backwards now. And this may just be the straw that broke the camel's back for him. At this point, they may just hand the ball off, so let's get this thing over with.
Holding against the Indians. After the play, dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Trojans. Nope, against the Indians.
There
Psych.
it is. Oh, they offset.
Oh, they do offset.
Okay, so just a holding infraction is going to be – holding penalty is going to be enforced. Okay. So why call it?
Why is that? Yeah.
Well, because it was offsetting dead ball penalties. So there was one on Homedale and there was one on –
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
There was one on each team.
Yeah.
Okay. I missed that part. So the holding stands. The dead ball penalties offset. So 3rd and 11 now for the Indians as the clock rolls. And Buhl's going to take a timeout. That'll give me a chance to thank Gary Blick Trucking, Inc., founded in 1961 and located in Castle Ford, Idaho. It's a family-owned and operated business providing both local and over-the-road trucking solutions. They offer refrigerated transportation throughout the western United States, as well as bulk commodity hauling throughout Idaho, Utah, and Nevada. Visit www.garyblichtrucking.com for more information, or start your driving career. Apply online. Gary Blick Trucking wants to wish the Buhl football team good luck in tonight's game. Serving the Buhl area since 2011, Cowden's Automotive wants to wish the boys good luck in tonight's game. And your local community bank since 1917 and voted Idaho's best bank in 2024, Farmers Bank of Buhl wants to wish the Buhl Indians best of luck in tonight's game.
So here we go. Clock's ticking. 11:45 left to go in the fourth quarter, and Buhl looking for that's 3rd and 11. Need something big here.
There's a snap to Acevedo and shotgun. He pumps, unloads downfield into double coverage, and that is going to be intercepted. Who got that? Looking for a number there. It looks like number 21.
Yeah, they're going to call. I'm trying to figure out what this penalty is.
Chance Martell. I think Buhl got a face mask when he came down.
Yeah, it looked like he got the side of his head. Now maybe they're going to call, but the defense is staying on.
Oh yeah.
So are they going to call holding? It'd have to be a defensive holding because with an interception, I mean, unless they just egregiously knock him down. Yeah, it looks like they're going to do it. But so where do we go?
Wow, that's going to be a personal foul penalty against Homedale. That must have been something away from the ball because I didn't see anything on that interception.
I didn't see the ref call anything.
Yeah, he did very briefly.
Okay. Well, it was a 15-yarder.
Yeah, so 1st and 10 now for the Buhl Indians at the Homedale Trojans' 42-yard line. So there you go, Buhl fans.
Hey, this is the 4th time inside Homedale territory.
There's the handoff to the up back. That's number 55, Ryder Sheen. Sheen's going to pick up a couple yards on the play to the 40, bring up 2nd and 8.
So Buhl sticking to the game plan. Not much deviation.
Yeah, and they're going to have to pick up the pace here if they want to cut into this lead at all.
Yeah, no huddle like now.
Yeah.
Let's go now. Quick plays, get to the line of scrimmage.
Twin receiver set low, Acevedo under center. Running back stacked behind him. Handoff to the deep man. That's number 10, Finley. Finley lowers the shoulder, picks up a couple extra yards after initial contact. It's going to pick up 4 on that run. It'll bring up 3rd and about 3 to go, 3rd and 4 to go for the Indians.
Yeah, the play call, what they just ran was I right 23 lead, which means you handed the 2 back up the 3 hole and he gets a lead. And that was it. That was about as simple as it gets in terms of offense.
Acevedo under center, Twins low, same formation in the backfield. And handoff to Finley. Finley, same play, and he's going to be right at the line to gain.
So I'm guessing here.
And they're going to give it to him 1st down for the Indians.
Yeah, and this is possibly wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like they're trying to milk the clock and gain 1st downs and end this game.
It does.
I mean, it really
pound.
Yeah, it really looks like they're just trying to grind it off. There's no urgency. They're not throwing the ball. They're willing to just, hey, you know what? We'll take this and we'll call it. We'll walk away. As long as we keep getting first downs, we're able to kill the clock.
Acevedo in shotgun. Of course, now he drops back, throws down the middle. Nice catch downfield. Let me get you a number here.
Number 8.
That is number 8. Fabi Pierce on the catch all the way down inside the 15 to the 11-yard line. First down for the Indians.
That was a well-designed play. Fabi Pierce got a step on the inside, and as he ran, it almost looked like a seam route, but he had a man covering him. It was, again, man coverage. They haven't run anything but man coverage. And he pinned him on his hip and was able to come up with a big grab.
Azevedo under center. Hands the ball off to Finley. Finley up the middle. He's going to pick up about 7 yards on the run. It'll be, and here comes a late flag. So now things are starting to get kind of chippy out there.
Yeah.
We'll see what this penalty is.
Oh, so Buhl can still pick up a first down before they punch it in.
Maybe, unless it's 15 yards against them.
What I'm saying is,
saying there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance, which, by the way, if you've not watched that movie lately, it holds up. We just showed my sons, my 12-year-old twin boys, and they loved it. I'm not sure.
They're pointing to Buhl.
Maybe an illegal block, like a chop block?
I think it came after the play.
Yeah.
Yeah, dead ball. Personal foul against the Indians.
Oh, wow.
So that's going to back them up 15. It's also going to count the down. So that's going to take the ball all the way back to the 21-yard line and make it second down and 25.
So, well, if that's the case, then it needs to be marched off from the end of the run, which they didn't do. Or did they?
No.
Yeah, there they go. There they go. Yeah, they put it as a second down. Okay.
All right.
But did they go from the end of the run?
No, they didn't. They marked it off from the previous line of scrimmage.
Yeah, so they messed up.
There's the handoff to number 32, Dallas Price. Price is going to get up to about the 15-yard line as Acevedo is still walking gingerly. He's holding his lower back. He is taking some punishment tonight.
Yeah, he has. He got hit as he was throwing the ball, and his body was parallel to the ground. As he came down, he came right down on that left upper butt cheek.
And that will.
Can I say that on the air?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go.
I don't think anybody's going to be offended by that.
I'm not.
And if you are, we apologize. Kinda.
Kind of.
So 3rd and 15 now. Azevedo in the shotgun. Finley next to him. He drops back. Looks near side. Going for the corner of the end zone. And in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Good coverage there in the end zone. That was intended for number 5, Schilder. He had his hands on it, but it was broken up by the defender back there for the Trojans.
Yeah, Wyatt Ingram did a great job of mirroring the actions of Schilder. And when I say mirroring, he literally went up. He didn't turn around and look. But when Schilder went up for the ball, Ingram got his hands up there at the exact same time. And, oh, my gosh, they're going to kick a field goal.
They are. Are they?
Yeah. I guess don't be blanked.
Interesting. So it's going to be a 32-yard field goal try here. We get the number of the kicker.
60.
60. Nope, not 60.
6 something.
The kick is up. It's on its way, and it is good.
Huh. Well, they scored.
That is number 60.
We don't have a 60.
We don't have him on our roster, but somebody at home knows him and loves him.
That's right. He looks like he was probably a soccer player they recruited before they came out and said, hey, you want to come play football?
So 8:07 left to go in the ball game, and it is now a 35-3 score. So the shutout is gone for the Trojans.
Boy, and you see these Homedale Trojans are over here on the near sideline huddling around those heaters, these propane heaters, and poor Buhl on the other side probably didn't bring these.
Yeah, I can't imagine that they did.
And these guys are running around. Well, hey, listen, Buhl guys are pretty much going both ways, so.
Yeah. So no time to get warm, even if they had them.
Well, that or they're already warm because they've been running around.
So Buhl set to kick off. Waiting for the whistle. There it is. The approach. Onside kick, takes a big hop at the 50. It's still loose, and Buhl comes away with it. That is number 5 there on the recovery.
Oh, Schilder. Boy, talk about, that was one of the most well-executed onside kicks you'll see. Even at the high school, I mean, that's at any level. They ran the cross kickers. So they're going to say that it was illegal touching because they touched it before
the 10
yards.
Homedale touched it first, though. They tipped it on the bounce.
Oh, they did. Are they going to call it offsides then?
Oh, that would be heartbreaker for Buhl.
Yeah, offsides. I'm just reading his mouth. Okay, legal procedure.
Illegal formation, yeah.
What happened? I think one of the players, the first kicker, stepped beyond the ball, and so he was past the ball when the other one was kicked. I think that's.
Oh, that's a tough penalty there.
Oof. Like, if you're, listen, there's no chance. There's no snowball's chance in HE double hockey sticks, 35-3. Come on, refs. You just witnessed one of the greatest onside kicks, execution of onside kicks at any level. Just let it go. My goodness. Yeah, I'm being a little bit nitpicky. I'm going to let them know afterwards, folks. You guys,
we know where to find them.
That's right. I have their names written down.
Facebook them. So Buhl's going to kick off again, this time from their own 35-yard line. See if they try the onside kick again.
Quick story, though, about Quentin Mitchell. He's a former Eagle High guy, and instead of playing college football, he wants to be a professional referee.
Nice. Well, he's getting his wet work done here at the high school level. So there's a signal to play. Here's the kick, and this time they're just going to boot it away. It'll be fielded. Takes a hop at the 20 and is going to bounce all the way down to the 5-yard line where Homedale's going to pick it up there, and they are not going to get much on the return at all. Out of bounds. It looks like about the 10. First down for the Trojans. 8:02 left to go in this ball game.
Yeah, so if that would have been the same kicking play in the first quarter, I'd say well done. I mean, it doesn't amount to much now, but it was a great job. I mean, they kicked it to where the kick returner was not, and then he had to chase it down, knocked him out. I mean, that's phenomenal. That's like a punt inside the 20-yard line, but inside the 10-yard line. And, again, if this game were closer, it would mean a whole lot more. Real quick, though, Snake River RV Resort is the top-of-the-line RV park and campground located on the beautiful Snake River in Homedale, Idaho. We want to wish our boys at Homedale Trojans the best of luck in the playoffs. Go get them, boys.
So 1st and 10 from their own 10. Here come the Trojans. Uranga in the shotgun. 2 men switch from the top side to the low side. There's the handoff to Blewett. Blewett across the 15, has a man to beat across the 20, across the 30, down to the 33-yard line. Pickup of 23 yards on first down, and that'll be a first down for the Trojans.
Yeah, it stays in bounds, and so you're going to keep that clock running. He did a good job. I thought he was going to shed that last tackler, and one thing about Blewett that I probably missed, I don't know. I'm going to say it. I didn't think he was as fast as he is. He's just a junior. They list him as 6'1", 190, but I think if he finds some space, it'd be tough to run him down.
Yeah. I didn't catch who they said.
Was it Kimberly?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
12-5. That's
12-5.
an interesting score.
Yeah. It was a baseball score.
Yes, it is. High-scoring baseball score. So 1st and 10 for the Trojans. 2 men shift near side. Twin receivers down low. Uranga in the shotgun. Hands it off to Blewett to the near side. Excuse me, that's not Blewett. That's number 42, Cade Hall, yeah. And Hall's going to get to the 40, a pickup of 7 on the play, 8 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Yeah, jet sweep, and Hall he's a big boy. Look at him, he's muscled out there. And he came across the field, and he's like, I'm not getting to there. He put his foot in the ground, made the right play, not to run out of bounds, but to cut it upfield, keep the clock running. And now Homedale just kind of showing off in terms of their play calling.
And 6:40 left to go in the ball game. And again, Homedale will host, should this score hold, barring a miracle from Buhl, will host the winner of the Weiser American Falls game. That game is tomorrow at 1 o'clock in Weiser. Urang again in shotgun. This time the shift goes to the top of the screen where the twin receivers are. Hall in the backfield. He gets the handoff, has some room to run, lowers his shoulder past the first man, gets into the secondary, picks up about 7 yards on that run for another Homedale first down.
Yeah, and I can see Homedale being good next year, too. Both of their backs, their top backs, are both juniors, both bruisers, about the same size, 6'1" and 190 is what they list them, and they are really punishing that defense. Boy, I'm looking out there, and some of these kids are really cold.
Yeah.
It's funny to watch. I mean, it's just not funny, but they're cold.
Yeah, it is definitely getting chilly here in Homedale.
Well, and it gets even colder on the river, you know, where that cold air just settles in, and we are right next to it.
37 degrees currently, so just above freezing. So the handoff again to Hall. Hall's going to pick up about 4 yards on the run, bring up 2nd and 6.
Hall doing the smart thing and covering up with both hands as he took that handoff, and they're ripping at the ball at this point. Madison Napa Auto Parts in Homedale has been locally owned and operated since 1977. They have everything you need in stock, including auto parts, tools, and equipment, along with many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farming equipment. Madison's Napa Auto Parts in Homedale is a proud supporter of the Trojan Athletics. Good luck, boys.
So 2nd and 7 to go. Uranga gets it in shotgun. This time, oh, man, the handoff went to number 27, Nick Schlenker, and he got popped behind the line of scrimmage. Took an absolute hit. No gain on the play, 3rd and 7.
Schlenker did the big no-no as a ball carrier. He left his feet. He was too high as he was coming through the hole, kind of leaping. It looks like he was kind of jumping over a down lineman, and somebody met him right in the hole.
Laid the lumber. So 3rd and long now. One receiver high, one low. Shift comes to the near side. Uranga in shotgun. Gets the defense to jump. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. 3rd and 8 becomes 3rd and 3.
Boy, this drive is just eating the clock.
Oh, man, 4:17 to go. Yeah, it is.
Oh, boy. I mean, we've had 4 possessions in the second half, right? Isn't this the 4th possession? This is the 2nd possession for Homedale.
For Homedale, Buhl had 2 as well. They had the opening and then just the one that they just had.
Yeah, and this is in the half, right?
Yeah, this is the whole half.
Holy cow!
2 men shift low. Uranga in shotgun. Hands it off again to number 27, Schlenker. Schlenker gets tripped up just shy of the line of gain. It'll be 4th and 1.
Yeah, and they're going to opt to go for it, and Buhl should not take offense to this.
No, I mean, it's a punt is going to net you, 18 yards?
Yeah, if you kick it in the end zone, yeah.
So 4th and 1 to go, as we are now under 3.5 to play in the ball game.
So after this play, I have one more to read for you.
All right. I'll take it.
All right.
Uranga in shotgun. 2 men shift low. Twin receivers low. Uranga looks to the sideline to get the audible.
I don't know how that's not an illegal formation.
Oh, and this time it's going to be false start against the Trojans. That'll back them up 5.
I'm going to talk to the referees because that number 74 on the far side, so they bring the tight end from the other side. He has to be covered by an eligible receiver. So I don't know how, and they've done it all night. I mean, maybe there's something in the rule book that I have missed over the last 30 years or however old I am. But more than that, dang, dude. Wow, I'm dating myself. But that should be an illegal formation. And I didn't read, did I? I started talking. Here we go. RST Incorporated has been providing, no, I did that one. No, I didn't. Has been providing superior transportation services to Idaho's food processing, agriculture, and construction industry since 1974. A fleet of 36 late model fuel-efficient trucks and refrigerator trailers is currently serving the West, Midwest, and Southeast. With timely, cost-effective transportation, our specialized fleet of heavy-duty trucks, trailers, and experienced drivers is capable of moving structures and equipment of just about any size and weight. Owned and operated by 3 generations of Homedale graduates, RST Incorporated proudly supports Homedale athletics. Go Trojans.
Got any more over there?
I
Because
got
Trojans
nothing.
just took a timeout. Well, then I will take over.
Enjoy.
And let you know, as soon as I find my notes, if you're in Buhl or the surrounding area, True Leap Technologies is the place to call for your internet service needs. Formerly Fire Mutual, they have been serving the Magic Valley since 1909 and are proud to bring you local internet from local people. Packages start at just $49.95. They offer unlimited use of the internet with no activation or installation fees. Be sure to follow True Leap Technologies on Facebook and Instagram and call 208-326-4331 to sign up today. Magic Valley Turfgrass is a commercial farm serving residential, commercial, sports, and golf properties across western North America. We at Magic Valley Turfgrass are rooting for the Buhl football team tonight. Go Indians.
Ooh.
Snap gets away from Uranga, is going to bounce all the way down inside the 30. He kicks it away. That ball is still loose, still loose.
I love this.
It is still loose at the 10-yard line. And Buhl has it 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. That was
life.
Absolute chaos.
A little life breathed back into this Indian football team with 2:28 left.
There you go.
By the way, we just got word here. Eagle now up 22-16 over Madison. And that's in the 4th quarter.
I see a Rocky score that doesn't look fair.
35-0, and that might be old too. And then Coeur d'Alene up 21-7 over Middleton is what I have.
Yep, that's correct. 21-7.
All right.
So 1st and 10 from the Homedale 11-yard line. And in that loss against Weiser, we saw 3 bad snaps to Uranga result in 3 turnovers. So it's still something that Homedale is working on, is controlling that snap.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as is, that's the first turnover of the night. Came at a not costly time.
There's a penalty on the play as the Indians shifted.
Yeah, I think you're seeing a couple of now backups getting some playing time.
Not earning themselves any favors by jumping offside. So that's a 5-yard penalty against the Trojans, make it 1st and 5. I've just noticed how big that crowd is across the way with the bonfire.
It's massive.
That is huge.
I think they have food and other things that you can't bring on school property over there, and probably enjoying themselves.
So 1st and 5, Acevedo under center, hands it off to Sheen. Sheen spins and is going to be dropped inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. So 2nd down and 2 to go now for the Indians. 2:13 left to go in the ball game. Again, the winner advances to the semifinals. We'll play the winner of the Weiser American Falls game tomorrow. Sheen again gets stacked up at the line of scrimmage, still going, still churning his feet.
I think he got. No, they're going to call him short.
He's going to be short inside the 1.
How do you know that he was an inch short? I mean,
time. Oh, they're just adjusting the sticks because that is a 1st down for the Indians.
Down. Okay.
Inside the 1-yard line. Now the clock rolls emphatically.
Please
the white
roll
hat,
that thing.
The white hat nearly threw his shoulder out. And that is going to be short as well. The handoff that time.
Yeah, he was in the backfield.
Yeah, went to number 32, Dallas Price.
Price got mad as he was taking the handoff. He got tackled.
Timeout on the field for an injured player. That'll give us a moment to thank Kelly Oil. Since 1969 in Buhl, it's been the area's most trusted provider of farm and home delivery of gas, non-ethanol gas, diesel, and heating oils. They can deliver in cases, buckets, drums, and even bulk. If you don't have one of their fuel cards, go on in and see them at 1313 Main Street in Buhl, or give them a call at 208-543-6192. Carl, Donna, and Craig Kelly want to wish the Buhl boys good luck in tonight's game.
Well, Buhl looking to put up some, that's Higley.
Yeah, Finley.
Did I say Higley?
Yeah.
Sorry. Finley.
I know who you meant.
Finley limping off the field here, and boy, he's been a brute all night. The middle linebacker played a good football game as best he could. And, you know, at this point, I'm just going to call it Buhl a little outmanned in this game from numbers on the sidelines and having a tough go at it.
Cold night trying to play both ways. That's just against this deep Homedale team. It's a tough ask. Still looking for the ball. There it is. Acevedo will scamper into the end zone. Touchdown, Indians, on the 1-yard run from Acevedo.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a passing play. In fact, Homedale, some of the best job you'll ever see of being disciplined is both receivers released. What they did is they released both tight ends to split different directions. He was either going to hit somebody because he was rolling to his right. He was going to hit the far tight end, but there was good discipline there covered, and then the near tight end. And so Acevedo said, fine, I'll just run it in off my gimpy leg.
Perfect.
Gimpy bottom.
And it counts for 6. PAT coming up. Here's the snap. And they're going to fake it. They're going for 2, throwing into the end zone. Intercepted there. Conversion no good. So with 1:22 left to go in the ball game, Homedale 35, Buhl 9 here on IdahoSports.com.
Well, it was an interception, and they gave it out. They got in the end zone. 9 points they put up against this really good Homedale team, and you got to figure if we have a Weiser-Homedale matchup. Now, Weiser has to take care of business tomorrow, but if there is a rematch, the only loss this season for Homedale was to Weiser. And you said it, 6 turnovers. I think they're tough to beat. I think Homedale's tough to beat. If they minimize the turnovers, and now mind you, this is a tough Weiser team. And by the way, I don't know how you're going to tell both teams apart, the red and white. I mean, Weiser, Weiser does have some helmet decals that look a little different. But outside of that, very similar football teams. Although Weiser perfectly content to run it down your throat and play stout defense. Homedale does do that, but they've shown that they mixed in some wrinkles as far as moving the ball down the field, airing it out a little bit. And what I've liked is I've seen some really nice quarterback play in terms of looking the safeties off and coming back to the primary receiver, which is disguised as their secondary receivers.
There's the kickoff. Almost fielded at the 20, now fielded at the 16, and taking a knee right there is the return man, and that is where Homedale will take over. 1st and 10, 1:18 left to go in the ball game. Don't forget, folks, stick around at the end of the game. We're going to present the player of the game, brought to you by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. So we'll have to talk about that for a minute.
I don't have a clear-cut runner. I don't have a front runner in mind. I've
got one maybe. But we have a couple guys that have 2 touchdowns each for Homedale.
Yeah. Yeah, this should just be victory formation. In fact, yeah, so Henry is going to line up near his own end zone, and he's the safety receiver in this situation. And so,
just in case it all goes bad.
Yes.
There's the snap and the kneel down.
Huh.
Clock's not running. There it goes.
Typically, they wouldn't allow that. They would say you have to get set, but the Homedale offensive line stood up on that. I think the referees wanted over just as much as everybody else.
Yeah. So Homedale with the win advances to the state semifinals. Again, they'll play the winner of tomorrow's American Falls at Weiser game. That game will be at 1 p.m. Mountain Time here on IdahoSports.com. I'll be on the call with Mr. Paul Kingsbury, so hopefully you're not tired of hearing my voice if you tune into that game. There's the kneel down again. They'll have to do it one more time. No, they will not. They're going to call it a ball game. So your final from Homedale High School, the Buhl Indians 9, the Homedale Trojans 35 here on IdahoSports.com. We're going to pay some bills. Be right back here to wrap things up on IdahoSports.com.
An Idaho-based credit union is leading the way in community initiatives and charitable partnerships. Recognizing a need for change, Lookout Credit Union underwent a major transformation to put its employees and their community first. Through 2 strong initiatives, Lookout Credit Union is ensuring a brighter future for its community. To find out more, visit www.lookoutcu.com.
Welcome back to IdahoSports.com. Just one thing to do, and that is to introduce today's player of the game, brought to you by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety, reminding you to always keep your head in the game, whether you're on the field or on the road, be in the moment and free from distractions. And our player of the game is...
Well, that's going to go to number 9, Luke Henry, the 5'10", 168-pound senior. That's oddly specific, 168 pounds.
It is.
Luke Henry had a phenomenal game, and he was all over the field. 2 touchdowns on offense, caught some passes. He broke it open, took the top off, if you will, of this defense, and defensively rolled in at the free safety position, and he really limited what they could do on downfield throws. So the two-way Ironman player, Luke Henry, doing it all, and he is your player of the game.
Well, this has been an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of the 2024 Idaho High School postseason, brought to you by Project Filter, Your Health Idaho, Ideal Idaho's College Savings Program, Valleywide Cooperative, your local Toyota dealers, Dip Fusion Helmet Reconditioning, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. This broadcast is also made possible by the great support from these local businesses: Farm Bureau Insurance, Les Schwab in Homedale, Madison's Napa Auto Parts, Vance Dairy Construction, Snake River RV Resort, BeTheParents.org, Kelly Oil, True Leap Technologies, Gary Blick Trucking, Inc., Magic Valley Turfgrass, Cowden's Automotive, Farmers Bank of Buhl, Farmer Funeral Chapel, Meridian Plumbing, Evade Pest Management, RST, Inc., College of Western Idaho, and Owyhee Sand and Gravel. Special thanks to Athletic Director Casey Grove and everyone here at Homedale High School for their hospitality and help in getting this game broadcast to you. Congratulations again to our IdahoSports.com player of the game, presented by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. That is number 9, Luke Henry of the Homedale Trojans. Thanks again for joining us as the Homedale Trojans defeat the Buhl Indians by a score of 35-9. For my broadcast partner, Ryan Luke, and everyone else here behind the scenes at IdahoSports.com, have a great night. We hope to see you tomorrow in the final of these quarterfinal matchups. Weiser at American Falls, that's 1 p.m., and that winner will take on Homedale next week. Have a good night, everybody.
Let's talk about open enrollment for health insurance. Your Health Idaho's got you covered with all you need to know. Open enrollment is the time of year where you can enroll in or change your health insurance coverage. And Your Health Idaho is the place to go for quality coverage at a lower cost. 25% of enrollees pay $25 or less. Make sure to enroll by December 16th to get covered and save money.
This year, help dreams come true with the Ideal Idaho 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits, ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, K-12 education, and student loan repayment. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes, and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org if you would like to learn more.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams. This broadcast is copyrighted to Idaho